shopping. That's it.
Attendance despite hype. Paul Mayweather fight was choreographed. Rumor is Mayweather facing 400 mail orders, financial troubles.
There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter breaks down in tears after Stephen A. Smith exposes a shocking $402 million scam. Floyd, known for building generational wealth, insists he made this fortune for his children. He believes they should continue his legacy, making the same money and securing financial futures for generations to come.
I've been building generational wealth, even like when my children, love my children. All four of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. It can't be, because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Floyd Mayweather often emphasizes that wealth from boxing is fleeting unless invested wisely. He suggests that real financial security comes from business ventures, not just earnings from the ring. His own bankruptcy is a cautionary tale, showing that without strategic investments, even great fortunes can disappear over time.
When you're rich for a short period of time. Riches is short term. Wealth is long term. If you can have 100 million, but if you don't got no game plan, it's gonna be gone. If I didn't know what I know now, if they gave me 100 million when I was young, I probably would have fucked it off. But with a lot of time, a lot of experience, being around the right people, I knew about balance.
Floyd Mayweather has always prided himself on being his own boss, making his own deals, and not answering to anyone. While this independence fueled his boxing success, it hasn't worked out as well in business. In finance, relying on advisors and experts is a smart move. But Floyd's preference for handling things alone has led to risky investments and poor financial decisions, ultimately impacting his wealth.
Who negotiates those deals?
Me. Well, you gotta. I'm a little different from every other athlete and entertainer because I keep 100% of the revenue. That's never been done before. I'm my own boss.
There's no manager. There's no agent.
No.
There's no pimp for Floyd.
No.
Wow.
I have a team. And I guess I'm lucky.
So you're negotiating that transaction yourself.
Well, exactly. This is how it works. They know my number because I've already.
Floyd Mayweather's desire for independence and control over his finances has led him down a dangerous path. While he made a fortune through boxing, he also turned to questionable methods to maintain his wealth. Floyd has been involved in scams, aligning himself with shady individuals just for financial gain.
Starts in 2018 when Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Centratech. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now.
By promoting scams and deceiving poor people, he used his influence to push products and schemes that were far from legitimate. His focus on quick money instead of long-term wealth through smart investments contributed to risky decisions and questionable partnerships, ultimately affecting his financial stability.
That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm not just in 30% or 40%, full 100%. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's world was indeed a huge success.
Floyd Mayweather has been consistently known for his lavish lifestyle, yet behind the glitz and glamour, there lies a pattern in his financial behavior that cannot be ignored. One of the most prominent aspects of his financial habits is his penchant for acquiring luxury items, but often delaying payment or, in some cases, avoiding it altogether. Reports from vendors and contacts, especially in places like Dubai, suggest that Mayweather's repeated failure to pay bills has caused a rift in his business relationships. These incidents have made it difficult for him to maintain the trust of those he works with. This approach of living on borrowed time and credit, relying on image rather than substance, is a dangerous one.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people.
Another concerning aspect of Mayweather's financial behavior is his habit of neglecting taxes. In a podcast, Joe Rogan pointed out that Mayweather's failure to keep up with federal obligations, such as taxes, could be a key reason why the IRS has been keeping a close watch on him. Rogan's comments shed light on the fact that while Floyd flaunts a lavish lifestyle, one that includes expensive cars, designer clothes, and extravagant vacations, none of that impresses the tax authorities. Taxes are a legal obligation that no amount of money can exempt someone from.
All that money to the IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money that there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn has given his candid thoughts on Mayweather's current career trajectory. According to Hearn, Floyd's continued participation in exhibition fights and his increasingly wild investments signal a desperate need for money. For someone who had amassed such wealth and success in the ring, Hearn questions why Floyd is still chasing after more.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set, you know. He was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
But
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money. I don't think he needs
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending...
It's a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
In a revealing interview, Stephen A. Smith directly confronted Floyd with a poignant question. What matters more, your money or your legacy? The question was clearly designed to provoke self-reflection, asking Floyd to consider what really drives him. Floyd's response, however, was not about his legacy but focused on his financial achievements. He boasted about how smart he was with business and how much revenue he had generated. For Floyd, it seems that money and financial gain are far more important than the legacy he's trying to build.
You made money. You're gonna make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is, I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
Well, we ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises for them, but for my loved ones.
But fear, it's important to point this out about you.
There's been much speculation about Mayweather's earnings, and Chael Sonnen added fuel to the fire with his revelation. According to Sonnen, Floyd never actually earned the rumored $100 million for his high-profile fights. This shocking claim calls into question the narratives surrounding Mayweather's wealth.
There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $60 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got $30 million and one got $29.
$250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
I think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew through all of his money?
Floyd Mayweather's choice to fight Logan Paul in an exhibition match instead of a more seasoned boxer like Tyson Fury raised eyebrows. When asked about his decision, Floyd stated that Logan had more followers. This answer highlighted a troubling aspect of Mayweather's current mindset: his obsession with social media influence over actual competition.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
The criticism of Floyd's exhibition matches did not go unnoticed, but what's particularly striking is the reaction of his daughter, Iana Yaya Mayweather. Despite the public backlash, Yaya showed excitement for seeing her father return to the ring, even though many saw the exhibition fights as a sign of desperation. There have been whispers about Floyd Mayweather's financial troubles in the near future. Reports suggest that 2025 could be the year when Mayweather faces significant financial difficulties, even potentially going broke. Given the patterns in his spending and investments, this is a concerning prediction.
Insider info: Mayweather fight in Miami had low attendance despite hype. Paul Mayweather fight was choreographed. Rumor is Mayweather facing $400 million financial troubles. In celebrity boxing, not everything is as it seems. Take sold out and spontaneous claims with a grain of salt. I was hired to observe, record, and report my findings in 2021 in Miami. Today, in 2025, the stuff is hitting the fan for Mayweather. Were you duped too? What are your thoughts with this latest Floyd Money Mayweather news cycle?
Floyd Mayweather's father, a key figure in his life and career, once stated, "When money comes, people change." This insightful observation speaks to the heart of Floyd's financial and personal transformation. One of the most infamous quotes from Floyd Mayweather that captures his public arrogance and unrestrained confidence was when he claimed, "When it comes to legalizing bank robbing, I'm the best."
A quick heist. I'm gonna let y'all know this. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. At the end of the day, I'm the smart one. Because I don't care if you write good about me, you write bad about me, just keep writing about me.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and former trainer, has expressed confusion and concern about Floyd's post-retirement life. An even more alarming revelation came from a former business partner of Floyd's. The partner revealed that, during his peak months, Floyd was spending far more than he was earning. Whether he was making millions or billions, his outflow was consistently higher than his inflow.
Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
I see what you're
say
saying.
we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved
that's
up.
a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
Not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it. Some different countries be wanting different things. Think about it. How many times have, you know, we've been involved with something and we go, nah, man, we just throw some paper at it. And I'm talking back in the days when we was doing our little 1-2s.
Correct.
And nah, they don't want to drop the case. You'd be like, I'll put the money up for the lawyer. I'll put the money up for the bail. They don't want to drop it. And you find yourself 9-10 months later sitting there like, oh shit, this shit's getting real. So I think that's the problem he going through. I think it may be getting real.
Wow. That's crazy, man. And you would figure his big homie Al Heyman would rectify it.
Al's a powerhouse. Al's that dude. Al should be able to rectify anything. He's a Harvard lawyer. He's smart. He got PBC. He raised a couple of $1 billion.
Floyd Mayweather's tendency to spoil his children with his wealth has been widely known. However, this indulgence has led to consequences. Tank revealed that Floyd's daughter kept Snapchatting him. But when he rejected her advances, Floyd became furious and retaliated. Tank claims Floyd's anger led to a series of actions that ultimately destroyed his career, leaving him in a tough spot. In 2020, his daughter Yaya Mayweather made headlines when she was arrested for allegedly stabbing a woman involved with NBA Youngboy, a rapper with whom she had an ongoing feud.
Yeah, I kept telling him though, I paid him my money. I kept telling him, man, niggas ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
The one with the hair, I guess he the owner of the company, and the one outside worked for him. Bullshit, man. For one, the whole time you heard me raising my the whole time you heard me raising my tone.
Bro,
you never got out the car.
Bro, what happened? You had put her out the house? Because he was trying to say you put somebody out the house.
I'm about to show you.
All her stuff was out in the front. She was out front, and she went in the car with the security guard. Then she got out of the car and walked back into the back.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Confronted her in the back.
That's the problem. She never was in the backyard, right?
That's what he said.
Man, tell me why I was looking for this girl the whole time. She was in his car.
He did say she was in the car.
You my security. My security.
Hold on, though. He also said that she got out.
When she got out, I done woke up by then. When I walk outside, she on my front porch. She asked for a phone. I walk inside to get her phone. When I come back, she's sitting right there. Nah, get the fuck out.
This incident led to Yaya spending less than a day in jail after posting $30,000 bail. Floyd's response to the situation was one of unconditional support, as he proudly claimed that he was proud of his daughter. However, his efforts to shield her from the consequences of her actions only highlight his flawed approach to both parenting and financial management.
And I feel like it's always the women versus the other woman as opposed to the guy that had a commitment to you. Yeah. I'm not saying go stab him, but now she's going to be the one behind bars. Yeah. And his life is going to go on. Yeah.
Floyd proudly supports his daughter despite her troubles, stating he doesn't want conflict with anyone. He also refers to NBA Youngboy as a son, showing unconditional loyalty to his family.
You know, people on the outside.
Yeah, I'm proud of my daughter, because even though she's a little young to have a baby, 21, and she'll be 22 this year, but I'm proud of her. I'm proud of NBA Youngboy. Very, very talented young kid. One of the biggest artists as far as in music. He got a cult-like following. I look at him, you know, just like one of my sons. I look at him just like one of my sons. I only want the best for him. And
that's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.